Hello there, World of Tankers, and welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Droodles Blitz, and in today's video, I am going to be talking about something which is rather wholesome, and something that I have kept on to for many years, which I'm holding right here. This piece of paper, this inconspicuous piece of paper. This is something that I plan to keep with me for the rest of my life. I don't know if I'm ever going to have children, whatever happens in the future. This is something that I plan to keep on me for the rest of my life. And the reason is because what is written on this paper and the implications behind it are the beginning of my Blitz YouTube channel. I've obviously been posting content on the platform for a while. In fact, I have been posting content for over 5 years now. I mean, you can see some of my original videos are 5 years old. The ones that are 7 years old, these don't really count because these were before I even knew I wanted to do World of Tanks Blitz content creation. I always knew I wanted to do YouTube. 7 years ago, I knew I wanted to do YouTube. I was literally like 15 years old, 14 years old with my friend Alex, and I knew I wanted to do YouTube. However, I didn't really start posting videos until about 5 years ago. And I posted a lot of videos. And while some of them do have, 4,000 views, 11,000 views, to be honest, most of them didn't. Most of my videos had 200 views, 400 views, 300 views. My thumbnails were bad. They weren't even properly lined up. The majority of my videos were really, really low quality. The thumbnails were terrible. I was using some, I don't remember what the website is. It's like Loon or something. It was some online thumbnail editor for free. And that's how I made my thumbnails for years. Like you can see, I made these thumbnails for years like this. I didn't actually start making, thumbnails on Illustrator like this all the way up until maybe like 4 years ago. You'll start to see some of them were Illustrator, like this one here, the 112 2GFT. I actually made that thumbnail in school. I learned how to use Illustrator when I went to school from my teacher, Miss Eisenberg, and that's where I started, learning how to make better thumbnails. So that's why there's just like one somewhat okay thumbnail, and then the rest are like all back to the bad text. This here is when I finally got an Illustrator subscription, and you can see the thumbnails instantly became better. They're not amazing, but they definitely became a lot better. And the original inspiration I had for my thumbnails were Quickie Baby. Like that was literally the idea. Quickie Baby has yellow and white text. He has bold font. And I said, I want to be the Quickie Baby of Blitz. So that's exactly what I did when starting off the channel. And since then, I've obviously carried the thumbnail style, but instead of yellow and white, it is now gold and white with obviously a bit more Illustrator skills from the time. But the point being, I've been posting videos for a while. I have been playing this game for a very long time. And as I said, I've only been posting content that's actually started to get good effort and everything about 4 years ago. And the reason why is because of Martin Dogger. Now, Martin Dogger is the first YouTuber that ever did something with me. The first thing I always wanted to do when starting a World of Tanks channel was to get shouted out by a bigger YouTuber. That's what everybody always wants. If you watch any YouTuber and you want to start your own channel, you always just wish that one of those YouTubers will shout you out. And that's what I wished. Well, all the way back in the day, Martin Dogger had this cool series where it was called Tank Chat, 4-game Tank Chat. And he did this with a bunch of the smaller content creators. Most of them don't even exist anymore. But he did this with a bunch of content creators back in the day, where he would talk about them, talk about their channel, ask you questions, and everything like that. And 4 years ago, I managed to message him, and he did a video with me. And you can see the video here. You can check it out yourself. Maybe I'll link it in the description down below. This was the first video I ever got with anyone that shouted me out. And after I got my video with Martin Dogger, I then got a video with Meadsy. Thank you very much, Meadsy, as well. I cannot thank you enough. Meadsy's probably the biggest reason why my channel took off so quickly, because he gave me a load of press back in the day. And with Martin Dogger and then Meadsy giving me the press, it just whoop, went up like a bonfire. Lit up like bonfire night. Point being, Martin Dogger was really the stepping stone for what allowed my channel to get some exposure. Even though his video only got 2,400 views, that was still 2,400 people that really didn't know my channel because my videos were only getting a couple hundred views at the time. And it's just something that I've always really, been thankful for. This piece of paper here that I'm holding is the questions that I predicted Martin Dogger were going to ask me. That's what this piece of paper is. See, in his 4-game tank chat, he would ask people questions. And, me thinking that like I'm about to talk to some celebrity, wrote down a bunch of the questions that he had and then had it lined up. So I wrote some of the questions down, and I'm going to read them here. So we have the first one, why do I love Blitz? And I said, Blitz is special to me because of the epic community and how I'm able to connect with so many people. That was the first one. Then it was, if Blitz was my older brother, I'd wish for it to continue to give me competition. Well, comp scene's not doing too great anymore on NA, but we'll see what happens. Hopefully it bounces back. If Blitz was my teacher, I hope it continues to pump out tutorials for people to do even better with. Well, I don't know how well that one worked out either, Wargaming. If Blitz was a cool neighbor, that's not how you spell neighbor, bruh. I spelled neighbor Naybor. That's not how you spell neighbor. If Blitz was a cool neighbor and keep having parties, I'd hope they keep bringing exciting new changes to the game. I wish Blitz players endless victory, many tough games, and to stay happy and stay healthy. That's what I wrote down. This piece of paper is legitimately 4 years old. And, like, you can see, like, well, maybe you can't see. Like, there you go. There you go. It's, like, pretty in well tacked. Like, I've taken good care of this. This is something that I will keep forever. Like, I hope it gets buried. Well, I don't really care what happens to me when I die, but if I do get buried, that'll be buried with me. I will frame that on the wall so I can say everything when it comes to YouTube started right there, which is really, really cool. I have some other papers, but I think they're gone at this point. I used to write down video ideas on a piece of paper because for some reason I didn't do them on notes, but I used to write down video ideas and try to come up with things that would get me a lot of views back in the day because my channel was really small and I was trying to come up with unique ideas that would give me an edge over other people. And I still do that for GTA. For my GTA content, I literally write down. I'll sit after I shower, my brain's cleared, I'll sit and brainstorm a bunch of ideas and write them down, and then I'll think about if I actually think they're worth it or not. But this is just something that I've had for a while that I thought I would show to you guys because it just shows that even all the way back in the day, I really cared about this game. I still really care about this game. I care about all the people that play it because at the end of the day, we are a community and we're trying to make this a better place. And Wargaming, they might make some sussler decisions here and there, but honestly, they've had a pretty good year so far, especially in giving away premiums. We have the Skoda T56 event right now with the premium containers, and they've done a good job. Even the balance changes, I don't fully hate that are coming into the game. So I want to thank Martin Dogger, obviously, for everything. I was planning on doing something like this when I reached 100K, but I just never got to it because I couldn't find the piece of paper. But the other day, I found it in my closet, and I was like, yeah, that's what we're doing. So hopefully you enjoyed today's video, and thank you all for the years of continuous support. Whether you're new to the channel, whether you've been on the channel years ago, I just want to thank you all for the support, and to many more years coming. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.